The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.
Not only an incredible idea for New York City, but also for every community listening to our show. Shawnae from Shawnae's House, Staten Island is here. Soul food. It's all about soul food. Yes. You know, Shawnae, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm so super happy to be here. I'm so grateful. I have to really center myself because I was overly excited. I had a whole speech going on. I was going to take over yes. The thank you mom speech. I was going to do that.
Well, let's talk about what's going on. This is going to be big for New York City. You know, New York City, of course, there's always something to do in this little town of ours. Now we have another thing. September 1st, it's New York City Soul Food Festival, powered by Shawnae's House, of course, happening at one of my most favorite places in the world, Snug Harbor Cultural Center, Staten Island. Have you been to Snug Harbor?
No.
You guys have to go there.
It's unreal.
Oh.
Yes.
And it's a perfect spot for the Soul Food Festival. Now, talk about this. So this is you woke up in a cold sweat one night going, oh my God, I got to have a soul food festival.
You are absolutely right. And when I say that it's like soul food, I'm saying it like it's not about food. It is about the labor of love. It is about people coming together and sharing their passion, their creativity, and their ideas with each other. And so that's the food that we're really fueling ourselves with is oh my God, you started a candle business, or you started a t-shirt business, or you wrote a book, or, you do financial literacy. These are the things that I want people to come together and do in this space. And I want it to be good to your soul.
Well, don't forget the food.
The food got to be there. So I'm going to have macaroni and cheese and stuff and, sugar daddy wings, of course. And I'll also do soul rolls with the macaroni and cheese and collard greens and jerk chicken inside of it, and those are the things that my table is going to sell. But we do have some really great people that already trust me. So this is not a Ponzi scheme. I'm not snatching the money and running away.
Like Fire Festival.
Yeah, I'm not doing the Fire Island thing or anything. This is something that is really happening because I need us to pull ourselves out of whatever this thing was that we were in during the pandemic. So just telling ourselves, this is not a Great Depression. We are not suffering, we are not stressed. We are not beat up. We are not, having a bad time. We can actually put our minds together, work together, and maybe barter ourselves out of a situation. So
I love how you're doing this.
Yeah, you see that.
Yeah, no, I love how you're doing this. And this is so you, by the way. I mean, this is as they would say, this is Shawnae on a cracker right here.
Yeah.
Here's what's going on. Tickets are already on sale, by the way.
Yes, they are.
And people are still signing up to vendors and other restaurants. I mean, it's going to be a major thing.
Yes, I want everybody to come out, sign up, and be a part of this. It's an opportunity for people to network, to have a conversation. A lot of times people are saying, oh, no, you're gatekeeping information, and I don't know how to do it. And honestly, I was in that seat when I was a new entrepreneur. I didn't know what organizations were assisting businesses. I didn't know who to go to. I didn't know how to build or, figure things out. So my business plan was just my reckless way of starting my business, going into a restaurant or starting to cook food and just selling it and saying, this thing has to just work. But
let's talk about this.
Yes.
I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
But no, I shouldn't interrupt.
No, go ahead.
Here we go. Shawnae's House.
Yes.
Let's reel it back to that.
Yeah.
So people have more of a foundation of who you are and what it's about.
Right.
Well, I got a call from our friend Matt Tatone one night. He said, you got to come to this place.
He
said,
Matt.
Elvis, you're born in the South. You haven't had great soul food since you were a kid. And I haven't. I said, oh, yeah, okay, let me see what this Shaun. I said, who is this Shauna?
Or Shawnae.
Shawnae. So we went in. I felt like I was in my best friend's living room, and the food started coming out. And then Shawnae came over, and she just looked at me. And she said, who are you? And I said, I don't know. I'm Elvis Duran, whatever. She said, there's something about you. And you're sparked.
Clicked, yeah.
I mean, sparks started flying out of my nipples and stuff. And we started eating food. And since then, Shawnae's House, has been written up as one of the top restaurants in New York City.
You better go ahead.
Seriously?
Yes.
And it's getting a lot of buzz, a lot of talk. And I don't even know how you find time to sleep. You're always just thinking of new things and coming up with soul food festivals.
That's the beauty of being an entrepreneur, is that you lose sleep, but you're losing sleep for the purpose of a legacy, right? So I'm building this legacy. And so, yes, it requires time, and I have to constantly be thinking about things to do. But like you said, had I not done it, had I not jumped off the cliff to start this business, I wouldn't be the only restaurant on Staten Island in its history to receive 2 stars in the New York Times by Peter Wells, who I have to just really say thank you for, because after 12 years of service, he's announced he's coming off the table. He's not doing that.
Wow. So one of the last great things he did at the time was you.
Put me on.
Look at that.
What?
He's like, Shawnae's on the map now. I can leave.
Yeah.
Do you want to expand? Like, I know you always said you didn't. Okay, so now you do. Because last time you were here, you weren't sure about getting a bigger place.
Right.
You didn't know.
I don't want to expand what I have there, because I think that that's kind of like operating as my flagship. I think that that's the place where people are going to want to go. And when I do decide to open up another space, it is going to be another extension of Shawnae's house. So it may be a den, or it may be a living room, or maybe a deck, or maybe, something that's cool and cute, and it's still a part of me, and it's still a part of my lifestyle and the things that I do, but it gives me an opportunity to kind of like be creative with the space.
People listening right now going, God, this is what I want to do. You can do it.
Yes.
Now, there's a Shawnae in Philly listening to us right now. There's a Shawnae in Miami listening to us right now. And they're like, yeah, I get this concept of the Soul Food Festival, which goes outside the boundaries of food and into all sorts of other things, finding vendors to be a part of this. We have to get into that because there's people that want to be a part of this. Yes, Gandhi.
So it's like a soul and food festival.
It's a soul and food festival. So now, I utilize the word soul as an acronym. So it's, before I was like, having this epiphany that soul meant the spirit of unconditional love. And then God said, no, you can't do that, because you're not the spirit of unconditional love, but you are a servant of unconditional love. And so this is about me serving my community in order for me to build up this global, movement of us being creative and growing and really like doing fascinating things that make us happy. We cannot walk around not being happy anymore. So we have to do the things that make us happy. And it doesn't have anything to do with money, because that's not where Shawnae's house is at. So I got 2 stars April 1st. That was no joke. And then on that same week, I was in the top 100 at number 50. And I only have 6 tables. I'm only open 3 days, and I'm only open for 5 hours per day.
Wow.
And I have, in the last 80 days, served someone from every continent, all 50 states, and multiple islands.
Look at that.
So a global business coming out of that little tiny space means anybody can do this.
See, this is what I'm loving about
Amazing.
this conversation, because there's so many people out there. There are so many Shawnaes out there right now.
There are. You guys got to wake up. Y'all got to get up kind of early, though, and you got to be chipper and happy and excited at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, hey, that's
even
a
if you're
lot.
not.
And maybe almost die. You have to almost die.
Yeah.
Right. And I did do that. So,
I know.
like, we have to really want to put ourselves out there. I'm just me. And so me doing what I do, I'm doing what I am supposed to do, what I can do. I'm not doing anything outside of what I can't do. And this festival is something that I believe I can do successfully, because I have a gift to communicate, network, reach, encounter, and engage with people.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Let's get some people signed up.
Can we sign up, please?
We need to sell tickets, and we need to get vendors. All right.
Yes.
So is everything everyone needs at nycsoulfoodfestival.com?
Yes, everybody goes there.
All right.
Vendors, sponsors, participants, people who desire to come and buy a ticket. You go there.
The whole thing. And we're going to put this up on our socials as well.
Oh.
Because, that's nycsoulfoodfestival.com. People are driving going, what was that?
Yeah.
All right.
NYC Soul Food.
You can remember us.
Yes.
So so you're looking for.
messaging.
Okay, we'll start with. We only have a few seconds here. We'll start with the vendors. What kind of vendors are you needing right now?
Right now, we have some food vendors. We have candle vendors. We have is it mostly food? We have some people that are being like super creative, like what's her Nadia, doll vendors, like people that are coming out and doing like passionate things. But I would like to see people in fashion. I would like to see some people who wrote some books come out there and sign and create your own space to do a book signing right there. We want to see baked goods. We do have a few right now. I also would like to see, like things like sneaker pop-ups. People are going around, they're hustling, and I don't want you to
Jewelry would be
hustle.
good,
I want
too.
you to come out and I want you to hustle in that space. So like everybody that's selling something, as long as it's not drugs, then I want you to come out and just hang out and have a good time.
Okay. Thank you.
I think jewelry would be a good idea.
Jewelry,
too.
we definitely want, and we have some people that are going to be selling jewelry, and we have some also other people that are like doing like the paparazzi type of jewelry, like like Pampered Chef type of thing, like that are in those sort of situations or spaces. But we want people from all over to do things out there, and so we have some informational booths as well. So if anybody has information that they want to pass along, if you're in the community and you're doing something, whether it be historical or whatever, reach out to us and set it up.
Tacos.
Oh my God, our taco guy.
Is the taco guy gonna come? Because we definitely have some trucks. I have a dope truck.
The taco women. The taco women.
Oh, Shelly.
Ooh. Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
we got things to do. All right. We only have a month. We got a month to get some vendors and sell some tickets.
This is like selling tickets and raising money like Electric Boogaloo, like they did back in the day.
Let's get there we go. You took us back. Let's do it. It's New York City Soul Food Festival, powered by Shawnae's House. Of course, Snug Harbor Cultural Center in Staten Island, which is so beautiful. What a gorgeous place.
Thank you so much,
Tickets
Jess.
and info on all of the above at nycsoulfoodfestival.com. Shawnae, we love you. September 1st.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
And you got to come back. We have to do another last push for tickets closer to the event on September 1st.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Right.
I appreciate you.
You brought a lot of food. You guys go ahead and eat.
Let's go. I love you.
The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.